Hey guys, and welcome back to part 2 of the Rob Kardashian and Blac Chyna reading. We are going to see how Rob is feeling about Chyna. So please hit that like button and that subscribe button, and also share this video so I can quit my job and become a full-time YouTuber. Don't make me big, y'all. Don't make me big, but I will. So let's get into it, guys. Spirit, please show me how Rob Kardashian currently feels about Blac Chyna, better known as Angela White. How does Rob Kardashian currently feel about Angela White, better known as Blac Chyna? How does Rob feel about Angela White, Spirit? Blac Chyna. How does Rob feel about Blac Chyna, Spirit? How does Rob Kardashian feel about Blac Chyna, Spirit? We have the Two of Cups to the Ten of Swords. So, Rob is still hurt. Rob is still hurt over the breakup of him and Chyna. Despite what he may say, or how he may act, or when we do see him, he may look like he's over it, Rob is still pretty much affected by that ending. He hates the way it ended. He's still hurt about that. Bottom of the deck, we have Rob, King of Cups. Rob is a Pisces, so he will be the King of Cups. Behind that, we have the Star. But he's trying to be optimistic about their rekindling and they're coming back together and getting on a good page. What else, Spirit? How does Rob Kardashian feel about Blac Chyna? How does Rob feel about Blac Chyna, Spirit? We have the Five of Wands in the reverse, which talks about compromise, ending conflict, ending burdens, ending stress, ending competition, disagreements. We have the Page of Swords in the reverse. This talks about malice, hypocrisy. It talks about suspicion. It also talks about ignoring the signs. Like something being right in front of your face and you're choosing not to see it, or you didn't notice it, you didn't see it. What else, Spirit? How does Rob Kardashian feel about Blac Chyna? What else, Spirit? We have the Knight of Swords in the reverse, which talks about missed opportunities, lack of direction. This can be someone with a really smart mouth. They don't have any filter. They just say they're kind of reckless with their delivery. They're kind of hurtful with their words. It's like a very in and out energy. What else, Spirit? How does Rob feel about Chyna? How does Rob feel about Chyna? We have the Hermit. What else, Spirit? One more for how Rob feels about Chyna. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have Temperance. So Rob is in the energy of taking it day by day also. Now, although he's taking it day by day and he's going with the flow, he's still contemplating Chyna. I think he's contemplating her motives. I think he's wondering if this can last. Also, just the way she feels. He's wondering, can this last? Will this work? Am I being naive? Because I feel like the Page of Swords in the reverse could also talk about being naive. Because it's like you're choosing not to see something, or something is getting past you. And it also talks about suspicion. So I think Rob is still very hurt about the ending of him and Chyna's engagement and their breakup. He does a lot of thinking about this when he's alone. That's why the Hermit card is here. The Hermit is all about soul searching, going within, reflection, contemplation, introspection. does a lot of thinking about Chyna and this whole situation and where they're at now and where they've come from. Why the Five of Wands in the reverse for how Rob feels about Chyna, Spirit? Clarify Five of Wands in the reverse. The Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands in the reverse talks about a very, very promiscuous person. Very arrogant, very reckless, a daredevil, hyperactive. Someone who promises much but does not deliver. Why Knight of Wands in the reverse, Spirit, for how Rob feels about Chyna? Why Knight of Wands in the reverse for how Rob feels about Chyna? Why Knight of Wands in the reverse? Tower, which talks about an unexpected shakeup or event, something shocking happening, shocking news, something you don't see coming. It could be a divorce. It could talk about violence, abuse, disaster, change, upheaval, chaos. And we have the World here, which talks about closing a chapter, ending a cycle, a chapter. I think Rob feels like, okay, we're not beefing anymore. But I feel like Rob looks at Chyna as being a very promiscuous person. And I think this is about the things that he would find out, like the things that she would do. Like, for instance, she sent him a video or pictures of her in the bed with this guy that she was dating, allegedly. And he posted it. And he was like, look what she sent me. She's a lunatic. She's crazy. She's psycho. So I think, allegedly. So I think that Rob feels like, okay, we're not arguing. We're not fighting. But I still look at you like this reckless, out of control person. The things that you've done just came out of nowhere. I couldn't believe you've done these things to me. And that's what caused our breakup. You being in that energy. Because he would always accuse Chyna of cheating. So that's why I think this Hermit is here. Rob is very much still affected by their breakup. He still thinks about everything that transpired between them. He thinks about all the guys that Chyna was linked with, and since they've been broken up, when they were together, he thinks about that. Because we all know, after Rob, Chyna was linked to a few people. Who was it? It was, what's that guy? He's a younger guy. He looks young. I can't think of his name. But she was linked to him. She's supposed to be with someone right now that she revealed on Hollywood Unlocked. She said she was with him for a few years. He's supposed to be her current boyfriend. So we have him. That's two. Then there was another guy. So I want to say Chyna was linked to about 3 guys that we know of since her breakup with Rob. It could have been more that I'm not thinking about. But there was at least 3 guys that Chyna has been linked to since their breakup. And during their relationship, Rob will always accuse her of cheating. So Rob thinks about that. Why the Page of Swords in the reverse for how Rob feels about Chyna's spirit? Why Page of Swords in the reverse for how Rob feels about Chyna? The Death card in the reverse, which talks about an inability to move on. Things that should have ended has not ended yet for whatever reason. It's still lingering on. Talks about fear of change, repeating a negative pattern, resisting change, dependency. My death card in the reverse, spirit. Why the death card in the reverse? Nine of Pentacles. That would be Chyna. So, now with this page of Swords in the reverse, that talks about ignoring the signs, like I was saying. It also talks about suspicion. So, Rob is fearful that Chyna is still... Okay. So, with this Nine of Pentacles here, the Nine of Pentacles is a woman who is very abundant, very fruitful. She's about her accomplishments. She's about her money. She's about her success. But she's single. She's single. She lacks love. She lacks a husband, a relationship. She's by herself. So with this Page of Swords in the reverse, this is giving... I hope I'm not being naive. I hope I'm not ignoring the signs. I'm a little bit suspicious about Chyna. Is she really a different person? Because the Death card talks about change, but in the reverse, there's lack of change. And then with this Nine of Pentacles here, the Nine of Pentacles is someone who's about her business. So it's kind of like he feels, is Chyna linking up with him again to secure an even bigger bag? That's what I'm picking up here. Like, he's suspicious of her motives. Like, he loves her, he's around her, he's glad they're talking, but it's a part of him that feels like he could be ignoring the signs, or he could be being naive, or he should be suspicious of her. That's what I'm picking up here. My Nine of Pentacles for how Rob feels about Chyna, spirit. My Nine of Pentacles for how Rob feels about Chyna. Yep. We have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Now, the Queen of Wands in the reverse is my City Girl card. Literally, that's my City Girl card. When she's in the reverse, very seductive. She uses her appeal, her beauty to get what she wants. And then we have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. This talks about illusions, unrequited love, things being one-sided, emotions being one-sided. So yeah, Rob is questioning if Chyna is sincere or if she's on some city girl stuff and she really doesn't feel for him like that. He's questioning that. And it makes sense because that's why this Hermit card is here. He does a lot of thinking about this. Clarify Knight of Swords in the reverse for how Rob feels about Chyna. Okay, so we have the Two of Wands in the reverse, which talks about failed plans, canceled plans, things not being planned properly, things not working out how you want them to work out, failed negotiations, indecisiveness. And we have the Strength card here, which talks about courage, strength, bravery. It also talks about holding back. Why the Strength card here for how Rob feels about Chyna? Why the Strength card here? We have the Empress here. Oh, I didn't show it. We have the Empress, which is a mother figure, a mom, a woman who is very secure, very fruitful, very sensual, very beautiful, very loving, generous. She's every queen of the tarot, all rolled in one. Now the Empress here for how Rob feels about Chyna. We have the Six of Swords, which talks about going from a tumultuous place to a more calm place. Moving to calmer waters. A transition. Moving forward. Things calming down. The calm after the storm. Relief. Being at a good place. Getting to a good place. So I feel like Rob feels Chyna can be very rude. Very reckless with her mouth. And with that, he feels like that was one of the reasons why they did not work out, because Chyna was out of control. That's what Rob feels, allegedly. He feels she was out of control. That's why their plans, everything that they planned to do, did not work out. Two of Wands in the reverse. That's why it failed. He feels because Chyna's lack of control. But he feels like that's the mother of his child. So with the Strength card here, he's trying to bring strength and stability to their connection at the moment, because he wants them to get to a good place. Because that Strength card is all about taming yourself, having control, having courage and bravery and strength and confidence. So Rob is just trying to keep the stability between them two. He's trying to really make sure that their connection stays stable and it doesn't get out of control. He doesn't want her to be out of control. He's hoping that she's a better person. She's more calm. She's more tame. She's more laid back. So that way they can be at a good place. They can get to a good place and stay at that good place, because she is the mother of his child. So that's the energy that I'm picking up here. About the Hermit spirit for how Rob feels about Chyna. About the Hermit. Seven of Pentacles, reevaluation. Should I stop here? Should I keep going? It's basically like that energy. So I don't know if Rob is contemplating asking Chyna for a reconciliation, for them to try and make it work again. But he's thinking about that. It's something that he's reevaluating. It's something he's thinking about. It's like, okay, we've gotten to this point. Could we work on it? Is it possible for us to move to the next level? Should I try to move to the next level with her? Why the Seven of Pentacles here, Spirit, for how Rob feels about Chyna? Why Seven of Pentacles? Nine of Swords. Stress, worry, burden, anxiety, fear, terror, sleepless nights. He worries about that. It almost feels like he doesn't want to get his heart broken again. It's like, do I just leave well enough alone? Am I satisfied with what we have now, where we're at? Or do I ask her for a second chance? Do I ask her, let's get back together, let's try to work on it? And it gives him anxiety, because it's like, I don't want to go back down that road again. I don't want to get my heart broken again. Allegedly. Like, that's what he's feeling. He's worried she might shoot him down and be like, no, I don't think we should do that. You know, he's worried about that. Why Nine of Swords, Spirit? For how Rob feels about Chyna. Yep. Seven of Wands. This is a very defensive energy when it's in the upright. Yeah, he's worried about Chyna being guarded and telling him, like, no, I don't think it's a good idea for us to rekindle. Yeah, he's worried that she's going to keep him blocked. That's all about blocking, protecting yourself, your energy, Maintaining control, standing your ground. Yeah, he's worried about that. He thinks about if it could work. And he wonders if he should try again. And when he thinks about it, it makes him anxious. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune for how Rob feels about Chyna, Spirit. Ace of Wands. This talks about a new beginning, new start, good news. Moving forward. Why Ace of Wands for how Rob feels about Chyna, Spirit? We have the Moon in the reverse. This talks about releasing fear, revealing secrets, things coming to light, things being illuminated. Why the Moon reverse for how Rob feels about Chyna? The Magician. Yeah, I think Rob wants to make it work. I think Rob wants to try again. Yeah. I think Rob is building up the courage to release the fear of the unknown and to reveal to Chyna that he wants to make it work. The Magician is all about manifestation. Having the tools you need to get what you want, to make what you want happen. So I think Rob is going to ask Chyna, can they try again? And that's why this Nine of Swords is here. Because he's worried about what she's going to say. He feels like Chyna, she's going to keep him blocked. She's going to be in a very defensive mode. Why the Magician for how Rob feels about Chyna, Spirit? Why the Magician? We have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. This talks about fickleness. This talks about being emotionally unavailable, immature, emotionally selfish, disconnected emotionally. Why Queen of Cups in the reverse for how Rob feels about Chyna, Spirit? We have the Two of Swords. This talks about needing to make a decision, but the decision is tough, so you're at like a stalemate. And we have the Five of Cups in the reverse, which talks about moving forward, moving on, healing, all the pain and trauma that you went through in the past. You're over it, you're moving on from it. And we have Justice here. Things working out, things being balanced, things being fair. So, yeah, Rob wants to ask Chyna for a second chance. He wants to work on their relationship again. But he's at a stalemate with it because he's not sure if that's the best thing. He's not sure if he should ask her. And he's also not sure if she feels anything for him. Rob isn't sure if Chyna even still loves him anymore. He's not sure if Chyna still loves him in that way. With this Queen of Cups in the reverse. So he's like at a stalemate. He feels like they're moving on from the past hurt and past pain. But he's just not sure if she's at a place where she would want to try again. Or if she even feels any type of love in that way towards him. But he's hoping that everything will work out with the Justice card. Spirit, what will be the outcome of Rob Kardashian and Blac Chyna? Spirit, what will be the outcome of Rob Kardashian and Blac Chyna's reunion? What will be the outcome of Rob Kardashian and Blac Chyna's reconciliation? We have the Six of Cups. Now, the Six of Cups talks about returning to your roots. It talks about nostalgia. It talks about reunions. It talks about returning to a soulmate. It talks about memories. So this is a reconciliation card. We could possibly see Rob and Chyna reconcile. he is going to get up the strength to ask her. Right now, he hasn't done it, but he is going to get up the strength to do it. And with this Six of Cups card here, we might just see Rob and Chyna get back together. Why Six of Cups for Rob and Chyna's reconciliation, Spirit? Why Six of Cups? The King of Cups, that's Rob. And the King of Cups is someone who has a lot of emotion. They have a lot of feelings. They have a lot of love, but they don't really necessarily wear it. They're very stoic. They'll have a lot of emotion for you, but you won't really be able to tell. But they're very loving at the same time. Why King of Cups, Spirit? Clarify King of Cups, Spirit, for Rob and Chyna's reconciliation. We have the Page of Pentacles. That talks about putting in focus, dedication, effort. Talks about good news, solid beginnings, setting goals, being an open-minded person. Why Page of Pentacles, Spirit? Five of Pentacles in the reverse, coming in from out the cold. I don't know, guys. We might see. I mean, energy is fluid. Anything could happen. People change their minds. But there is a reconciliation here. So, we might just see Rob and Chyna 2.0. I don't know. So, guys, that is your reading on Blac Chyna and Rob Kardashian and how he feels about Chyna. And if we'll see them reconcile, it looks like we may. So, I don't know. Stay tuned. But please like and subscribe and share this video. I'm begging you. I want to quit my job. So comment down below, guys. Let me know what you feel about this reading. What you think about Rob and Chyna rekindling. Let me know in the comment section who you would want me to read on next. And I'll be back with some more hot tea or some more celebrity tarot readings later.